Hey guys, it's Mark, and I was going to do a video last week, but unfortunately my batteries were dead in the camera, so that kind of put the kiboshes on it because I didn't have a lot of time to do a video. Um, so by the time I charged it, my time was out for what I had extra time to do a video. I did get a little bit of hobby time done last weekend, so the video was kind of an afterthought. But anyway, I'm just going to try to keep this fairly short. What I'm working on, I'm still working on my 1,000 point German Grenadier Army that I've been running. I've made a few tweaks over it or with it. I think I've played maybe 4 or 5 games with the Grenadiers now. I really like it. I think how I have it now is what I'm going to keep it for a 1,000 point army. And I'll put a list up of what I'm going to run, but I'll just run through it here really quick. Not great detail because who cares, really, I guess. If you really care about it, I'll scroll it up so that way if you want to take a look at it, you're more than welcome to, and you can pause the video instead of trying to get what I'm saying, if that makes sense. Just totally rambled for no reason there. So it's 9 order dice, bold action. Total points is 997. Can't find 3 points to squeeze in there somewhere. So it's a first lieutenant with an assault rifle is what I have. And then one assistant. Some people I know like to run the 2 because you get 2 additional, but I like to do the 1 because then it's a small team. They get that extra modifier to hit, which is always nice. They are regular on this list. I'm going to have to double check that because I thought they were veterans, so I may have screwed that up. But anyway, so those 2 have assault rifles. It's a nice little fire group because it has 4 shots with 2 dudes. Range is only 18 inches, but still, it's pretty good. Then I have 4 squads. 2 regular squads. The first squad has an NCO with an assault rifle. There's 1 light machine gun, 4 guys with rifles, which 1 is a loader, and then 1 submachine gun, and then one of the guys has a Panzerfaust. So there's actually 7 in that squad. They're regulars. The second regular squad is an NCO with an assault rifle, light machine gun, 4 rifles. One of them is a loader for the machine gun, and then 1 submachine gun. So then again, it's 7 guys. No Panzerfaust in that squad. That's regular as well. The other 2 squads are veteran squads, and they're my heavy hitter squads. They throw out a lot of firepower, and they're pretty tough to whittle down. The first veteran squad is an NCO with assault rifle, 2 infantry with assault rifle, 2 infantry with light machine guns, and then 2 infantry with submachine guns, which are the loaders for the LMGs. So you're looking at 10, 14, 16 shots once you get into 18-inch range with that squad. It's a lot of dice, and that veteran, then it's really tough to deal with, to wound and take out. The second veteran squad is 1 NCO with an assault rifle, 3 infantry with assault rifle, 2 infantry with a light machine gun, and 2 infantry with a submachine gun. Submachine guns are again the loaders, so they're again you've got 1 extra guy, so it's 2 more shots. So it's 10? Can't do math. 16. There's 18 shots once you get into 18-inch range. I know it's not a historically correct list because that's really AR heavy, assault rifle heavy, but it's my gaming list. I'm definitely not modeling it as a historical list by any means. It's really fun to play with. It's a lot of dice rolling. Then I have a heavy mortar team, which is a regular unit, a sniper team, which is veteran, so it's sniper plus 1, sniper and spotter, excuse me. Then I have my Puma, which is a regular unit. I have a half-track regular, And then also, that is it. I took some units off. So that is it. I will show you what I've been working on. I've been working on a squad at a time, just to get this done. So we'll do the dog and pony show with those here shortly. Otherwise today, well, first, before I get to that, because there's stuff stacked on top of it, other things I'm working on is some scatter terrain. I need to do some more paint on this, flock it. This is actually going to be a pond, so I'll put some water effects in here. Just something really simple to add to the table. To be honest with you, all it is MDF and then the for sale sign. That's what we have here in the US. I'm sure you guys in the UK and everywhere else have those too. So I just cut out a hole and then use that for the to put the water effects in and paint. So we'll get this painted up today and flocked and probably put the water effects in so it'll be done. So hopefully next video we can show you I can show you the finished effect. Some other things, scatter terrain wise, just started painting on this. This is just going to be rough ground, bunch of rocks. These are plaster casts from Woodland Scenics rubber molds. So I need to hit the dirt, obviously paint the rocks because that's white and they're not going to be white. They're going to be more obviously a gray color. And then I need to flock it and put some shrubs and stuff on there. Some shrubbery. Otherwise, working on some shell craters. That's just cereal box cardboard on MDF, and then some DOS modeling clay for the ridges. So obviously this has a lot more work to go. I need to texture the base and obviously paint it and all that fun stuff yet. And this is going to be another one similar. So you can see the cereal card there. So obviously this is beginning stages. The MDF I've had it for a little while. It's been in my garage, so it kind of was warped a little bit. So I just to flatten it out with some clamps on the table to give it its shape back. So that's why I haven't really made it too far on this one. And actually, to be honest with you, on the other one either, because it was really warped, and I didn't realize that until after I put the clay on it and set it down on the table. So it'll take up a little touch work on that, but nothing big. So we'll have 4 pieces of terrain, scatter terrain to put down, and I guess it's not really scatter terrain, is it? It's terrain pieces. So today, from Warlord, I did break down and buy Battle of the Bulge, and it came in the mail today. It's not too bad. I think I ordered it on the 10th of February and got it today. So from the UK, that's pretty good. I haven't read it yet. Like I said, just got it. I probably just got it 3 hours ago from this. I did look through it pretty quick. It looks pretty cool. So I probably really shouldn't have bought it because now I want to do obviously some winter stuff, which I've always wanted to do, winter Americans and Germans. So maybe after I finish my German Grenadiers and my U.S. Marines and infantry, or not infantry, but Japanese, then winter U.S. and Americans and Germans will be on the list. So maybe 10 years from now, we'll get it done. Otherwise, hobby-wise, looking at going to Adepticon here in March in Chicago. I know Sean Wahoo Warrior's going, and some guys from the Bold Action Nebraska group are going to go, it sounds like, from one of his last videos I watched. I posted a message on Sean's video. He said there's still tickets for the Nationals at Adepticon for Bold Action, so I don't think I would have, I don't know if I want to do that or not, to be honest. If I go, I just want to go and check it out. I've never been there. So we'll see. Maybe if I procrastinate enough, the tickets will all be gone, then I don't have to worry about making that decision. So, and then Omaha Bug Eater GT, which they did Bold Action last year, I think, for the first time. That's coming up this summer, so I will definitely go to that, and I will definitely have my German Army done by then, because the plan is to have it done next month, hopefully, sometime. Anyway, so I was going to make it short and not ramble a whole lot, and I'm fiddling with a tape measure if you're wondering what that sound is. I guess one last thing, I did buy a sonic cleaner because I got some Amazon gift cards for Christmas, and I was like, just will spend them on that, I guess. I couldn't think of anything else to spend them on right off the top of my head. So it's a cheap one. It's not really high dollar by any means. So the last airbrush session that I did, I did a very, very quick cleaning compared to what I normally do with my airbrush when I get done. And I threw the airbrush, I tore it apart, and I threw it in that sonic cleaner with some a mixture of water and then airbrush cleaner, Vallejo airbrush cleaner, and turned it on. I don't know how many cycles I ran it through, but it seemed like it did a pretty good job. There was a lot of flakes in there. I don't know how it would do if you had an airbrush that was really crappy that you haven't cleaned for a while. I've seen videos where in posts and comments where folks are saying that it really doesn't help for that type of situation, but I plan on not testing that because I like to keep my airbrush clean. I've only had one instance where I screwed up and thought I cleaned it and didn't, and it was a pain in the ass to get it to working again, working right anyway. So the other thing is, I think that's it. That was kind of a short ramble, long ramble, I guess. Palmer, if you watch this, I actually owe you a little segment on what kind of airbrush I use and stuff like that. So I will put that together at some other point. I just now thought of that. That was back when I did the whole shooting in the shit with Smitty. You had asked that question. So if you watch this, the next video I'll put that together for you. That's it. Let's look at some armies. Minis. Not armies. It's one army with several minis. Well, we're going to try this. It's pretty sunny outside today. It's gorgeous out for February, in Iowa anyway. So hopefully you can see alright. There's the overall shot of where everything's at with this German Grenadier Army. Like I said, it's 997 points. I'm thinking I'm going to have to adjust it because I thought I had a veteran first lieutenant and on the list. I must have printed the wrong list. It's a regular. So I might have to adjust one guy from one squad to make up the difference. So, but pretty much this is what it's going to look like. So it's in various different stages really. So I'll just go over it really quick. Each squad. And then, sorry, I forgot to get my list here. So we'll go over left to right. This is going to be one of the regular squads, and we'll lay them out here. Actually, I won't because the NCO's painted, and the rest are obviously you can see primed in a few colors here and there. So I've showed the NCO off in my previous video. This is the regular squad I'm working on now. So I will show them off. They need to be. They need to have a wash put on yet, and then obviously flocked. Let's see here. So there's the NCO MG team number 1. Actually, it's the only MG team in that group, and then the rest are riflemen. And there's the guy with the Panzerfaust. We'll kind of turn these guys around while you're looking at that so you can see a different angle of them. So once again, left to right, there's the NCO, machine gun team, riflemen with the Panzerfaust, and then the submachine gun team. So they're coming pretty good. The smock will actually, you can tell the difference. I'll show you here really quick. So one of the things with the smocks, with the colors I chose, you can tell the difference between these two. The NCO has already had its wash, so it really darkens the camouflage pattern down compared to what it is pre-wash. And I'm using Strong Tone, Army Painter Strong Tone wash on those, and it makes a huge difference. If you've never used the Army Painter washes, I highly recommend it because you can get a really good effect really quick with them. This is my veteran squad. I had to put it together, and that's the state that it's at. That's one of the veteran squads that has the extra assault rifle. So there's 3 assault rifles in that group. I had to put those together because what I did is I was running a Panzer IV, and I decided to drop that to add another squad because the games I was playing with Dan, he runs a lot of infantry in his current U.S. squad, and I only had 3 small squads, and I needed more infantry, so that's why I dropped the Panzer IV as much as I hated to, went with the Puma, and then added another veteran squad. So those will be, actually the regulars will be next on the list since they're primed to get that done once this group is done. And then these will be the last little bit. These are the veteran squad that I just finished up last couple of weeks ago. I think I've shown, maybe I've shown off the paint on this, maybe not, I don't think. But they are based and everything. So there's the NCO, submachine gun assistant to the machine gunner, machine gun team number 2, assault rifle, and assault rifle. I'm biased, I guess, but I kind of, not kind of, I really like how these guys turned out. I added some flower tufts on these, which I've never done flower tufts before on my basing. And I really like how it adds that little splash of color to it. Like here, I think that, I don't know, I like it a lot better. And this guy with the assault rifle, that just has a little different touch to it. But these guys are done. I kind of screwed up. I should have done the matte varnish on them before I did the basing. So I take that back. They're not quite finished. They need shoulder patches on the NCO decals, and then a matte varnish, which on these I'm going to do the matte varnish before I do the basing, obviously, so I don't screw stuff up. So the next team is the sniper rifle team. In the next video I won't show all these. I just want to show you where everything's at now. The sniper, I had to do a little bit of a kit bash with the regular German Grenadier Army set, or sprues, because there's not a sniper rifle with the Grenadiers. So it took a couple arm swaps, rating, and the sniper rifle, little green stuff, but I think they turned out pretty good too. The only thing left on them is a matte varnish. I'm not going to put shoulder patches on these guys, just the NCOs, so that way they stand out. This is my officer and his attendant. They're done too. I will put a shoulder patch on the attendant. I did put an iron cross on him, which was real fun. It's a little tiny thing that you can add on there. The officer's got his map. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a little bit of detail on there. So they're done. Outside of matte varnish again, and I'll put a shoulder patch on there to like a platoon sergeant ranking. I've shown these in a past video. This is actually my heavy mortar team. I used it for my German Grenadier Army. So it's plus a spotter. So there's my spotter. If I can get him in camera here. I really like that figure. He's kind of cool. So the mortar team is actually 4 people. I was running it with 3. So it's 4 plus a spotter. So that's why I have an extra guy here that's prime black. He was actually the officer I was running with the German Grenadiers when I started, and I had him as a submachine gun, and I thought it's free to go to an AR, so let's go to an AR and give him a little more firepower. Range, I should say. So he needs to be finished. Otherwise, these guys are done. They have been done for quite a while. I really like how this figure's pretty cool too. I went with a different smock camo pattern for him. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. So those guys are done. That team's almost done outside of the officer that's going to go with them. This is a half track. It's one of the first vehicles I really did. To be honest, after I show you the Puma, I'm going to go back and I'm going to redo this. I thought the color was fine on it, and I don't think it's terrible by any means. But once you see the color difference of this versus the Puma, I like the Puma a lot better. So let's just put them side by side here real quick. You'll see the Puma is a lot darker and kind of a more greenish yellow than just yellow. So that's why I want to change it. So I will repaint this repaint the half track at some point in time. Sorry, I'm like all over with the camera. I will repaint this at some point in time, but otherwise I'm going to consider it done for now. And then here's the Puma that needs some detail work on it yet, and then some weathering, and then it'll be done. So it's almost on its way too. I got some decals from Company B for the license plates, and they're not too bad. Otherwise, I'm going to pause this and we'll wrap it up. So that's the German Grenadiers and the status that they're at now. So I have my officers are done. My officer team's done. Mortar team is 95% done. It won't take long to finish that one since it's just one guy left. Sniper team is done. One veteran squad is nearly done. I'm going to count them done because it's just shoulder patches and a matte varnish. The other veteran squad is put together. They need primed and everything else. And then I'm getting on the home stretch of one of the regular squads being done, and then I'll have half my squads done and a little bit more to go. So and the Pumas will be quick. Detail and weathering, and it'll be done too. So then I will have a legit German Grenadier Army done, that I can just run a list on and just pull it out. So seems like there's a little bit more videos coming out for historicals. Still kind of slow, but some folks are starting to put more stuff out. So continue putting stuff out if you're a newer YouTuber and just starting your channel. Like I said in my last video, don't get discouraged about subscribers and views and likes. Just put your content up and have fun with it. It'll come. And I've noticed on Fraser's videos lately, he's been mentioning names, and Nick has graciously offered to give you guys shout outs as well, so take advantage of that. But it's definitely going to take work of putting out content. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to have 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. If you do, let me know how that works. Not worried about subscribers, but I'm just curious how you would get 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. I'm sure it can be done. Anyway, I think that's about it. Dan and I are going to have a game next weekend. I'm going to go to his house. He's got a pretty cool table set up. He sent me a couple pictures. So the plan is to show up at his place, and I need to get revenge. because he beat my army last time, because my veteran squads got bombed by his air observer, and they just did not want to put up a fight after that. They kept failing morale checks. It was terrible. They should be demoted. But anyway, I think that's about it. I've rambled long enough. You guys enjoy your hobby. Be good to each other. Be supportive. Don't give up, you new YouTubers. That was a tongue tire. So, for you boys going to Salute, have fun. I wish I could go, but that would be a huge freaking hit to the pocketbook. Maybe someday. We'll see. Till then, hopefully not next weekend, but maybe the weekend after that, I will have a video again, posting what the progress is. So, take care, guys, and we'll talk to you later.